Like, everything that Fiora does, Camille does better.
So, Camille is Fiora that can team fight late game. Like, Fiora's team fighting isn't necessarily that great. It's usually split pushing in like a 4-1.
That's a composition you never want to go into a bottleneck against, so you definitely want to be there first. Let's take a look at those keystones. Doesn't seem to be too much out of the ordinary. Rumble going for that Thunderlord.
Control the wave more so.
Right. It was a potential setup, and it will still be a setup onto Zhao, who as he gets completely blasted in the jungle. Megan there was just walking him down, but it was enough damage from Kid, and that was first blood.
Yeah, very simple first blood, actually. Where are they all going to find Kid? There you go. They're wanting red buff.
Oh, so. Kid did not see the Flame Spitter. Hextech ultimatum. Follow up with the Shock Blast as well from mid lane. Rookie's trying to protect. He does have his ultimate, but a flash in from Zhao, who he has the tower aggro on top of him. Rookie maybe able to reclaim it.
So he flashes and walks at him angrily as MLXG just gets over towards his Scuttle Crab. I believe trying to utilize the move speed on the Orianna W as he flashed was close enough to being in range, but close enough doesn't actually hit the Cocoon with the travel duration. That's
true. However, if Ming just walks right into Mars, that'll be an easy kill. Stranglethorns comes up, and he's not dead just yet. He'll walk into the bush and buy himself a couple more seconds before going down.
That was good from Marge, though, waiting for the exhaust to end. Being at the red finds some momentum through these kills. But instead, they end up trading as a result. Top lane turret for the bottom lane.
This could be potential disaster. It's one combo. Shockwave just blew up Ming as he was walking into the jungle.
Yeah, Ming has already died.
Playing that tower is the only one standing for the outer ring of RNG. That's a hook shot down. Hextech ultimatum, but maybe not the one he necessarily wanted. Rookie's very low, but that will be a trade. Top laner for mid lane to start this one off. MLXG chasing down the Elise as he pops back down onto Ming. Always gets the kill, but not quite enough. Megan being forced back, and this just is an easy one. Over to Uzi, and that'll be a double kill.
Yeah, super easy. 3 kills in the end, actually. Again, in their direction as another Cocoon is on.
Oh, that is a lot of damage from Kid after MLXG. Let Me comes in there with the hookshot, lands onto Kid, but it's actually Marge closing in from behind. Gets in with the arrow, and it's Megan who's now taking out, almost taken out from his opponent, but that was a nice 2 for 0. Just a catch really there.
The Camille ultimate on Fiora as they hit late game. And then they can stop him from getting onto Uzi, they can win.
Well, exhaust comes down, and Megan may be going down as well. Nice tether, but MXG is still chasing after, and it's enough damage from Zhao to finish him off. Just a pick in the river.
Whoa,
what was that damage? Dissonance from nowhere. Rookie blows them up. He didn't even know his own power. He just put out the shock wheels. Like, they're already dead.
The ultimate didn't even...
4, 1, and 2 now. Another fight opening up in the mid lane. Marge is under attack by Let Me. He's got lots of damage from that Triforce, but it's not enough. The bullet time will finally finish off his quarry, but that's still a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, remember 7.1 Camille means you
turn their attention to Baron. Kid's going to tank it. We need someone to jump in there real quick.
Well, Karma and Orianna are a tank, so this is already gone. Baron's theirs.
But it's the follow-up from here on out. Bullet time comes down, but it doesn't, again, hit the mark on IG. And good to see Duke. Not even caught out. He was playing far back. Hextech ultimatum blocked out by the parry from Duke.
He's going
He'll turn
for
this
it.
one around in the 1v2. He just needs the proc to come off. He doesn't quite get it. He got it. He killed Let Me, and he gets away. Duke, unbelievable play. And that'll open up IG to push down mid lane.
His facial expression hasn't even changed. He's
still
just
chewing
so
his gum.
calm, chewing that gum. And now IG pushing mid lane.
Flash away from Ming, and Uzi instantly interrupted. The bullet time goes nowhere. IG playing out of their minds and could even finish it off in this push.
This is disgusting from Invictus Gaming. They want the kills, but they also need the inhibitors. Duke is bringing minions towards the bottom lane so they can rotate or they can end. It's up to them.
I mean, they have this one minion, but they have another wave behind them. That's going to be TP'd on from Duke. This first tower is done and dusted. Xiaohu doing what he can onto Megan, but the support is zoning away the damage threat. Duke jumps on top of him, and look at the damage. The exhaust comes out, but it's an exhausted battle as Rookie finishes him off there in the backlines. MLXG falls over, and just like that, ING walk all over the place. Just walk all over RG and head on to the Nexus to take game 1 in convincing fashion under half an hour.
And that pretty much exploded out of nowhere, Pulse. Invictus Gaming hit some big spikes in the way of it.
Being able to farm up, and let's see if that draft was any better from RNG. You know, Firefox, a lot of pressure on this man.
They're going Doran's shield, perhaps for a bit of sustain. Commits, goes for over a battle, and knows and relies on his Q to be able to push himself through it.
Now,
or he can fake that he's recalling and go top.
Hook shot, flash out from Duke, and another follow-up as well. The Cocoon, Duke's taking a lot of damage, dived underneath the tower. NXG will find him, but the tower does so much damage. Repel comes up, but there's nothing to jump to.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's actually alive. He's just on the outer ring. even in that lane, maybe have a slight advantage is perfect.
Here he comes again.
LXG coming into this bottom lane, great lock up, and that'll be
Oh,
instant
wow.
flash. Oh, the worst bodyguard in history, actually flashed out of the way and still dies himself. Goes down with the ship. Probably should have just taken that one, to be honest, for Marge, but that was an easy double kill for RNG.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that Marge assumed he was in range. I can understand the flashing away from Megan, but RNG can still be a top team. They just need to show it.
This could be the startup as Rookie is being pushed down in the mid lane, and the constant CC chain locks him up, and this is just a dead Rookie. Really well played to RNG. There's nothing really else to say about that one other than the fact that Kid is also getting harassed back in head.
Or will it just implode as well?
Shockwave, mid lane, trade going off. Following with command attack, but Xiaohu, no, he's still following after. There's still a lot of mana on this champion, but nice sidestep, follows after, auto attack. Kid coming in as well. Finished off by Let Me. He was on top of Kid. The flash, the knock up, the kill. And Kid chasing down onto Let Me underneath this tower. She'll be able to finish this one off as he gets the stun down from Duke. That's a 2-for-1. Well played by IG.
And there it happens again. Megan's here soon. A Kid's here.
Seekers for the rest of the game. Hello, ground warp, chasing after Flash, and the CC chain. They're getting good at that. Rocky's going to go down for sure. It's just a question of who's picking up the kill, and it goes to Xiaohu in the mid lane. Again, just another clean-cut kill in the mid lane. Mindset, but no, I mean, that, again, inexcusable, really. That's just gifted another kill over to RNG, so is ganked in the bottom lane by the own support. Min blocks under the tower, 1-for-1 in the end. There's a TP comes down. Uzi will not get anything else from this. And there is a Duke and a Megan on the way. Reaction TP is very late from Let Me, but maybe enough to... No, that's not going to help at all. Duke comes in, picks up the kill. Megan very low. Let Me will get the one in return. Tactical sweep slows down the Crocodile, but he's coming underneath the tower. Dominus is
dying. Uzi has no kills either. He wouldn't be feeling happy about that as IG now caught.
Hook shot, jumps onto Kid instead, follows up with the Kakuna as well, followed by the Grasping Roost, the CC chain, but you got Rookie over the wall landing the Shockwave. Distance wasn't enough for the damage. MXG is limping away from the battle as Duke is having to really just skedaddle away from this angry Rise, who's now jumping onto Rookie. Hextech ultimatum. Someone's gonna die. It's most likely gonna be Rookie, but maybe Duke as well. Tactical sweep. It flies through the target into the next one for 2 kills to RNG. Now Megan under attack. Let Me limping away back into the battle. He had enough health to go in.
No.
Round walk back behind, and we got 3 people here. Marge locked up for another kill, and that's an ace. At 16 minutes, RNG just turns it on. And
I wouldn't blame Duke for this one. I'd say maybe Kid should have got there quicker. MLXG went for the Scuttle Crab before ganking top lane. The timing was a little bit unpredictable, but the vision wasn't there and he just died. And speaking of, there's 3 down here, so... Well,
yeah, looks like Crocodile's on the menu for tonight. It's just Duke trying to get a kill in return onto Ming, but with the Stranglethorns coming up, I don't think he's going anywhere. A kill to MLXG, another one in the bank, over to RNG. That was just a Crocodile by Xiaohu by himself, down to a 3rd HP. Let Me finds Duke along with Uzi. Hextech ultimatum, almost kills 2, but not quite enough.
They have to go back to base. Dragon Pit so that he wouldn't be spotted, and then someone would immediately have to recall, but it'll be too late by the time they do.
Really nice rotation from Zhao, who just instantly TPs into the bottom lane with his ultimate, and IG, if they can get a pick, great, but if not, then the flash and ult just expended by Marge, and the commitment of resources means mid-tower goes down. Let Me is now being pushed down, and this could be a potential overcommittal by RNG. Oh, Marge almost dropping there as Megan chasing Xiaohu down. He'll be locked in place, but it's only long-range damage coming out, and RNG took the Baron at the same time, and Xiaohu is still alive. Only now does he fall over. Jump over the wall, and Duke will get his revenge onto Let Me in the end. So 50 seconds will slow down RNG, but they still took the Baron, and that's still the nail in the coffin that they were looking for. So Flash is exchanged, so in the end, he won't actually survive, but top tower's dead, and it's ultimately just structures going down, and RNG winning the game. Bot lane's being pushed in, inhibitors dead. I mean, these objectives are actually melting. This is absurd. Oh God, Xiaohu jumps out of the round warp. Someone got caught. It was Let Me, actually, in the base. But in the end, Stranglethorns used. This could be a good fight for IG, but Kid, he's so tanky, but apparently not. This is too much damage.
Look at
Duke
Uzi.
evaporates. What is this damage? Uzi's going in. It's now the Uzi highlight reel as he just slays 4 members of IG, takes them down. And Rookie, the only person to defend. This actually just could be game right here.
You'd have to imagine there's enough to have game. They've got all 3 inhibitors about to die. MLXG is going to look for the objectives, and Uzi is enough of a threat that he's keeping Rookie to attention. So they push towards all 3 inhibs, clean cut, easy League of Legends, and they want to close it out.
Yeah, Rookie caught out just by the base, and the damage from the Mystic shot finishes off, padding out those score lines, and Uzi, he's a happy man as they look to finish off this game here. Onto the next is an RNG. Very clean game, and essentially you can say the same thing about RNG as you did for IG in game 1, a 30-minute victory, GG.
Yeah, honestly, no complaints about how RNG executed in this second game. A couple of unclean moments, but it was because they were so far ahead, they were just forcing Invictus Gaming to make decisions, and their overcommitments and
as we get into game. But this is a fun one to see.
Yeah, it definitely is. So a lot of movement potentially out of Rookie, and the rest of IG, of course, whenever you see the early
started that off.
Yeah, Xiaohu randomly walks down and tries to actually pinch the AD carry. So Marge flashing Megan not even nearby, sitting in the bottom lane actually trying to get a ward. So that's where they were. He won't actually go for that.
Yeah.
It'd be super risky. You take any damage as whoa.
Oh, Marge getting caught out. And that's exactly what we were just talking about. You get hit by grass. Vitals off to the side right now. It's actually mid lane where Ming is coming in for his own gang. Zhao, who is lower mana, knocked into all of the damage. He's got to follow after Featherfall. It's not enough. Rookie gets the kill onto Zhao, who Ming following after, but he's simply out of range. But RNG in from the top lane. MXG was there to find him, and a nice kill in return.
To 4, a little bit away, a little bit behind rather, as these two. Rookie
going toe-to-toe, but instantly getting the ultimate and using it on top of Rookie. MXG is coming in here, needs to land the root caller, but does not quite land. He may get away from this. Feather Volley comes out onto MXG. Meanwhile, let me in from the top lane. There was no getting away from that one.
The sad thing is he was so close to actually potentially getting out alive.
Just not go for the Wanderer Mastery, which would actually be equal to a Cloud Dragon, but you can see just that kind of intent from him in terms of his build and how he wants to play the game. But again, called out by MLXG and the mid lane. Again, he just clicked R on him. That's exactly what you were saying, Rusty.
This is why you don't give people Syndra, and it's weird that we haven't seen a high priority towards this pick.
The jungler is in good shape. He's got Daisy coming in here onto Megan. And the root landed. Someone's probably going to die. Lots of summoners are going to be burnt for sure. Megan's under attack. The last shot comes out there from Uzi. Clears out the minion wave and clears out Megan.
Yeah, they trim the wave. They're going to go for the first turret blood here. And RNG, if they secure this, they've got themselves a massive gold advantage. And it just honestly feels like, we said at the beginning of the end of that last pick, it's only getting worse here for them. As they're even going to give the solo gold to Uzi.
At the very least, top lane's going well maybe not. Duke being pushed over. Hextech ultimatum, and it's just a 1v1 kill over to Let Me.
Oh,
or maybe not.
God,
A red challenge issued and finished off by Duke. Survives in that one-on-one. Unbelievable.
He should be dead.
Yeah, I said that in game 1 as well, but he somehow gets a kill in a 1v2. This man is unbelievable.
The thing with Duke is he's riposting the W. And so now he's going to push this in. Of course, Kid wants the kill.
In at the right time. Gets a knock-up, and there's not the shield that he wanted. He jumped away with hook shot. We've got Talia coming in, and package delivered. That's a kill, and it was actually the Praise Seeker. Why he didn't even get an assist?
No, I mean, I'm not against this, but it's super cost inefficient. It's all about doing damage now that he's got it as a snowball.
No, Death coming in the form of Daisy, who's just going to slap Marge across the face. Uzi picks up the kill there with a curtain call. Megan was not there in time to support his ally. As well, waiting for that hook shot, but Duke closing in around behind him. Zhao Hu in this 1v1 against Kid. Looking for the force of will, lands on top of him, but the blast back comes down, slaps him across the face with an auto attack. That will be the kill. 1-0 over to RNG.
And there you go. Oh, they're still going.
Hook shot onto Megan, the ultimatum, Uzi, Ming, everything, and the kitchen sink thrown on the support, the poor support. Top lane, Zhao Hu 1v1 against Duke. The grand challenge issued, lands 2, dodges out most of the damage from an Unleashed Power, will get the third proc as well. And the final one finishes off Zhao Hu in this 1v1. He had the support from Karma just as well, but he probably should have stayed mid lane because mid here, and you can see Let Me already going into these bushes.
It's a one-way street right now.
In this 1v1, hook shot comes out, the challenge issued immediately. Tactical Sweep comes out. He's gonna use the ultimate just to try and run away from Duke. It's like, even though he is Camille, he just cannot win against this guy. And with Kid closing in from around the side, the trap has been set. The knockup comes out, and Kid steals away the kill. What a guy.
Why not, really, at the end of this as Uzi?
That's what I like to see. Uzi stepping up to this Fiora in this 2 versus 1. Megan is coming in around, but Duke is separated from the pack. Comes in with the parry, and MXG is here to follow after, along with Daisy, the mascot ever of RNG. And Duke will finally go down. Dragon, it does allow them to take it, and plus they have Daisy, so she's never going to take any damage ever.
Oh,
Marge
wow.
caught out, curtain call opening up, and Marge is just completely dead. Maybe a second kill resulting from this as Kid is caught out. He'll tunnel over the wall, and he's got the help from Megan. But losing the AD carry is massive there, and may open up that Baron opportunity. You've got Duke pressuring the bottom lane, but now with Baron being started, MLXG not taking any damage particularly. It's down to IG and see if they can get a miracle steal. Can they do anything in this one? Baron is exceptionally low. It will go over to RNG. Kid is there late, but they find Ming. Great combo from Rookie. Can they convert this into anything else? There is no ultimate.
Might actually have to join a fight here because the teleport's in.
Lemmy's coming out there with the hook shot. Lands onto Rookie. You've got Xiaohu coming out there as well. Finishing him off with Force of Will. A Dark Sphere just comes in handy for the kill. Another hook shot onto Kid. Follows after a good knock-up. That is a 1-for-0 so far before we get on the front lines. And this will be a cracked inhib if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and a 9,000 gold lead that's only going to get worse, you'd have to imagine. Invictus Gaming in desperation mode as inhibitors are going to go down pretty much easily.
Duke caught out, but again, another good red pass, but there's just too much this time around. And the silver lining that was maybe there for IG just goes down and has a 40-second death timer on him as RNG convert the mid lane tower into a top lane tower, that kill into more objectives, and maybe, probably not the game right here, but they'll get a lot from this. 2 inhibitors down at 23 minutes is massive.
Back into a game against that Camille, as here they go once again.
I mean, that wall blocked off Ming, I guess, but I would say caught out, but he's just so tanky. Having that trigger seed on top of him, even Daisy's alive. No casualties have been sustained on this 6-man roster. And this Kid is coming in from the left-hand side, seeing if he can make a engage happen. But even if he does, it has to be a miracle being pulled out from IG to make anything happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So all 3 inhibitors gone, and RNG can choose between resetting or just straight up pushing towards the end of the game, having Baron on all of the minions ever. IG have to go now or they're done.
Minions flooding into the base. The minions are just doing it by themselves. Megan caught out. Marge has to jump back to base. That's the first kill over to RNG as they sweep up the mess. Duke finished off with Unleashed Power. There's actually just nothing that IG can do. This was a whitewash. 25 minutes and RNG finish off the game 2-1.
Now, it was a 3-game series, Pulse, but it definitely feels like RNG won their 2 games in about 40 minutes total. They just turned it on when we got to this 3rd game, and honestly, it was clean cut from the beginning to end. It didn't look like they were going to slow down, and it did start from that drafting phase. They picked a draft that suits them as a